I go in here. All right, so I know a lot of people have been saying to me, what on earth is trigger point Pilates? Well, trigger point Pilates was developed by this amazing lady called Lydia Campbell, who is English, of course, and she has been part of the fitness and therapy world for like 40 years. She is a myofascial sports therapist, and she developed this whole concept by herself after she had like 6 reconstructive surgeries on her knee. So when we talk about fascia, we talk about myofascial release. Well, myo is muscle and fascia is band. And basically fascia is that very complex and strong protective connective tissue that you will see. It's right underneath your skin and it spreads throughout your body. It protects all of your organs, your muscles, your bones, your joints, your tendons. We would not be able to function without having fascia. It's a really important part of our body, and up until recent years scientists didn't realize how important this tissue was. They thought it was just like packaging inside our body, but it's not. It loves compression, it loves movement, and it can become restricted with either physical or emotional trauma. And when it's restricted, it creates chronic pain. So you can think fibromyalgia, arthritis, osteoarthritis, issues with the digestion, headaches, the feelings of depression. So it's quite astounding how important it is to take care of this really important part of our body. And I had no idea that this even existed. So I was very excited when I came across it, and it is just fabulous. And I hope you guys are gonna love it. Okay, so just talking about the tools that you need. As I said, fascia loves compression and movement. So we can give ourselves a complete body massage just by using a few tools. So you're going to need a foam roller, and it has to be one of these long ones because it's going to support you from your head right down to your sacrum. And it can be 4 to 6 inches in diameter. If you don't have one of these, it's absolutely fine. Get a long towel or a yoga mat and roll it up nice and tight. You just want the feeling of gravity underneath your back, just to allow everything to loosen up. And then a bendable, or for my bar method friends, a bar method ball, but look, it's squishy. You gotta take some of the air out. You don't want it fully inflated. It needs to have a little bit of give, and you'll understand why in a little bit. And then the trusty prickle balls. Make sure they have some give. There's a lot, it's very hard to get these over here in the US, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get these from the UK because they're a lot softer. But I did find some that are a little softer. They have some squish because you don't want to damage your skin, your capillaries. You can bruise easily if these are too hard, and there's a lot of hard ones out on the market, but I did find somewhere where you get some with a little bit of squish. So reach out to me. It's on the group page, but if you can't find it, let me know and I'll send you the details. If you don't have prickle balls, then you could use tennis balls, lacrosse balls, or a couple of apples. They're a little bit hard, so you don't want them for long term, but they will be substitutes for you today if you need them. All right? Have a little towel handy, just a small one, just in case you need it for underneath your head. And then one of these lovely flexibands. Yeah, nice and stretchy. So avoid using a strap like we use in yoga or bar method. You need something with give. And if you don't have one of these dudes, then you can use tights or leggings because they have that nice stretch to them. Okay, are you guys ready to get started? You want to have a play with this and see how it feels. Let me just make sure that everybody's okay before I go in there. Hey Sam, hi sweetie. All right, my lovelies. So you're going to take your foam roller and place it down long ways. And then carefully come and sit down right on the front edge of it, and you'll lie down so that your head, let me get my towel, your head and your sacrum are completely supported by the foam roller. And you can just wiggle about a little bit, just adjust yourself. Keep your feet about hips width apart, maybe a bit wider. And if you feel that your head is tilting back, you can just take a little towel and place it underneath your neck. Okay, that just helps to keep your neck in nice alignment here. And then just rest your arms down by your side. And just start to focus in on your breathing. And quite honestly, if you find time to lie on your foam roller from anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes per day, you are doing your body a huge service. This gravitational pull just helps to release any kind of kinks and tightness all around those muscles that protect your spine, your rectus spinae, the big muscles, your lats, your rhomboids, your traps. So when we do a trigger point Pilates class, you will set up and be lying on your foam roller for a little bit before we even start to do anything, okay? And then moving on, and if you can, try and place the camera where you can see me and not have to lift your head up too much. I will try to be really descriptive with how I explain this so that you don't have to look. So keep your feet where they are. And then reach your arms up towards the sky or the ceiling, straight up, yeah? And then do tiny little shoulder rolls. Keep it small to start off with. Just go one way. And start to focus in on your breath. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. Keep it fairly smooth and tiny to start off with. And just take a moment just to register how you feel. What's going on with your back? Maybe you'll feel some tightness or discomfort more on one side than the other. And then do your circles going the other way. Just breathing the whole time. Really focus on your breath here. Allow movement in your back. We have a tendency in life to keep everything very rigid now. So don't be afraid if you're kind of swaying a little bit, if your back is moving as you move your arms. It's okay. All right, so breathe in and open your arms to the side. And they don't have to reach all the way down to the floor. And keep your elbows bent a little bit. Feel that opening in your chest. And then exhale, draw your arms across your chest like you're hugging yourself. Inhale, open. Feel your rib cage lift a little bit. And then exhale, hug yourself. Pull it in tight. And just continue to do that at your own pace with your breath. This is where you'll start to feel maybe some tenderness on one side of your back. You might not feel anything at all, and that's okay. Do a couple more. And then reach your arms up above you again and make those shoulder rolls a little bigger. So bend your elbows now as you rotate round, getting a little deeper to the muscles that surround your scapula. You're going to feel your rhomboids, getting a bit of a workout and some action here. Feel your chest nice and open. Just allow your back to do what it wants to. So avoid trying to press your low back. Just keep it loosey-goosey. And then you can do your circles going the other way. Nice, easy breaths. Remember your muscles, your fascia, everything loves that oxygen going around. Oh, I got a nice little click there. Feels good. And then just rest your hands by your side. If you need to open your feet a little bit wider, you can. Tilt your pelvis. So think about drawing your hip bones towards your rib cage And now you'll feel your low back press down onto the foam roller a little bit more, so you get a deeper stretch there. And then release it. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, feel your abs engage, and then release. Do that a few more times. Exhale. Now this time, if you would like to, you can go for a bridge. So as you tilt your pelvis, just lift your bottom slightly off of the foam roller. You don't have to if you don't want to. Just lifting your glutes up, okay? Avoid pushing up too high, it's just a little bit. Feel your abs nice and tight, and then slowly, slowly roll all the way down, resetting those muscles. Do that again. And slowly lower down. Let's do it one more time. And lower down. Easy. Good. Again, reach your arms up above you. Flex your wrists, your hands. So your palms are facing up towards the sky. Now push up with your hands. Draw your shoulders down. And then reach up long with your fingers, especially your middle finger. It's not rude to do this in trigger point Pilates, I've been told. So reach up through your middle finger, and then exhale, draw your arms down towards your hips. And you'll feel your pelvis tilt and your low back press down. So press up, breathe in first. Exhale, push up with your hands. Middle finger reaches up long to the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale, draw your hands down to your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, palms pushing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, middle finger reaches up high to the sky. Long, 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 long. Feel how your back feels as you're pushing up. And exhale, draw your hands down. Do that again. Breathe in. Exhale, push your palms up. Inhale, reach long through your middle finger. And this time, as you exhale and draw your hands down, you have the option to lift your head up off of the roller. Get a little deeper into your abs. And then lower your head back down. Try that again. Breathe in first. Exhale, push your palms up. Middle finger, reach long, breathe in. Exhale, push your hands down, maybe lift your head. Do that a couple more times at your own pace. Good, now just rest your head down, your hands by your side, and gently roll from side to side here. Feel nice and loose all around your back. And you're going to carefully come off your roller, but try to avoid sitting bolt upright. So just very carefully kind of ease to one side. You're just coming off your roller here, just to one side, and then you can move that puppy out of the way. And lie down and find your bendable. Everybody doing okay? So take your ball, a cushion, if you don't have one of these guys, okay? Same thing, lie down. This time you'll place the ball right underneath your sacrum. Not the middle of your back, right just underneath your sacrum there. Good. And then just relax your upper body, okay? Again, if you're somebody whose head tilts back, you can always put that towel just underneath your head and neck there. Good. All right. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just lift one leg up. Keep your knee bent. And then lower it back down again. Inhale. Stay with that same leg. Exhale, draw it back up. Feel how your low back lengthens and your abs engage. And then inhale, lower your foot down. Do that a couple more times at your own pace. And let's change legs. Bring the other leg up. Exhale. Always breathe out with the movement. Inhale, lower down. Let's do one more. Going back to the first side again. So exhale, bring your knee up. This time, extend your leg up so your toes point up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, flex your foot and lower your leg with control down to the floor. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your hip flexors. Allow your back just to move here. And then inhale. Exhale, draw that heel back into where you were. Same leg. Exhale. Bring the knee up. Inhale, straighten. Flex your foot. Exhale, lower your leg. As you exhale, little breath in. Exhale, draw that heel back in. Keep doing that with your legs, and we'll see if we can add an arm as well. So exhale, draw that same knee in. Inhale, extend your leg and your opposite arm if that works for you. Exhale, flex your foot, and then as you lower your leg, you're going to reach your arm back behind you for a deeper release. So you're stretching all the fascia down through the front of your body, and then exhale, pull that heel back in and draw your arm back where it was. Do that again a couple more times on this side. Reach your arm and your leg up, flex your foot, breathe in. Exhale, release it down. Little breath in. And exhale, come back to where you were. Again, knee in. Inhale. Flex your foot. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, pull it in tight. Let's change legs. So bring your other leg up. Let's just do the leg first. Straighten it. Inhale. Exhale. Flex your foot. Lower your heel. Allow looseness in your back. Little breath in. Exhale. Draw your heel back in. Let's add the arm. So lift your leg up. Exhale. Arm and leg extend up. Breathe in. Flex your foot. Exhale. Reach down, nice and long. Breathe in. And exhale, draw everything back in. Keep going at your own pace. Wherever you are, let's do one more on this side. Beautiful. And just lift your hips up, little bridge pose, and take that bendable or cushion out, whatever you have. Okay, my lovelies, time to find your balls. My balls are running away from me. That's not good. Okay, so stay lying down and take your balls and place them right underneath your glutes. And you can always adjust as you go. I tend to move mine around a little bit. You'll start to feel where you need that release. So think about back of the pelvis and the meaty part of your glutes. Okay, Wonderful. Just relax your hands by your side again. Just allow looseness in your back. You can always keep that towel underneath your head and neck if you need to. And then, starting with one leg, just open your knee gently towards the side. Avoid just dropping it out directly to the side. Just think about that hip opening out a little bit. So breathe in as you do that. Exhale, extend your leg all the way to straight. Inhale, turn your knee to face up towards the ceiling and flex your foot. And then exhale, draw that heel back in again to where you were. Do that again. Inhale, allow your hip to open a little bit. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, turn your knee up, flex your foot. And exhale, draw your heel in. And again, you can add your arm here. So inhale, open your hip. Exhale, reach your arm up and extend your leg forward. Inhale, turn your knee up, flex your foot. And exhale, draw your foot back in again. Keep going. Do one more. Let's go the other way. And don't be worried if as you open one hip up, the other leg wants to open up as well. Just let it be. Let it do what it wants to do. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, turn your knee up, flex your foot. And exhale, pull it back in. Do that a few more times at your own pace. Do one more. And to get a really nice release in the lumbar part of your spine, you might want to adjust your balls. I tend to lift mine up a little bit higher on my glutes for this one. Again, let your hands just rest down at the side just for balance. Exhale, lift one leg up, bend your knee. And be sure that your knee is coming in towards your chest. So avoid having your legs at right angles with your knee above your hip. Pull it in a little closer. And then exhale, draw your other knee in. And just hold here. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the lumbar part of your back. Now if your knees were over the line of your hips, so you start to feel tightness and tension here. So draw them in close, allow movement and that curve in your back. Just breathe. Take another couple of nice deep breaths here. And then lower one foot down and lower the other foot down. And just take those prickle balls out for a second. Just place your hands down, lift, tilt your pelvis and just lift your hips up off of the floor just to stretch out here. And then lower back down. Beautiful. Let's roll to one side. Now we're going to do something that's going to release the fascia and the muscles in your lats and your shoulders. So you'll take your ball, lie down on your side, bend your knees so they come about 45 degrees in front of you, and place your ball right in your armpit. And think about it more right in the socket and back towards your lat muscles. And then just reach that arm out. This is a pretty intense stretch, so take it easy. Rest your head down on your arm. And then just place your other hand down in front of you. And as you breathe, you can gently rock forwards and back. So avoid having that ball too close towards your breast line, the arm socket, maybe back towards the lat muscles for guys. That feels really great for dudes, yeah, especially if they're doing like lifting weights or whatever. Now there are lots of variations on a theme with this position, but because this is probably the first time you're doing this, this is all we're going to do today, because it's pretty intense. Nice deep breaths. Okay, and then just very carefully, you're going to go, you can just roll over, you guys, and I'm going to turn over so you can see me, so you can do the other side. So take that ball right in your arm socket towards your lats. Lie down. Head on your arm. Bend your knees. They come a little bit forward of your hips for comfort. And breathe. And as you breathe, actually you can feel your body naturally rocking forwards as you exhale. And this is where you always feel that maybe one side is a little bit more tender than the other, okay? That's why it's so important to breathe into it. As you breathe, you always relax a little bit more into what's happening, into the movement. Just a couple more breaths here, guys. Wonderful. Okay, we're transitioning to lie on your tummies now. You'll need your second pricker ball. Going to release the fascia in the front of your legs. So lie down on your tummies and place your ball right between where your hip and your knee is, and that really meaty part of your quads. And again, you can move it around as you go through this exercise. And just overlap your forearms and let your head rest down on top of your hands. And I'll talk you through this, okay? You're gonna feel that there's a little bit of, sway in your back. That's okay. As you exhale, lift one foot up. You're working one leg only to begin with. Lift one foot up towards your glutes in a hamstring curl. And then breathe in, straighten your leg. Again. Just go at your own pace. Exhale as you draw your heel in. Inhale as you lengthen the leg out. If you wanted to, you could move that ball. I fancy going a little bit lower with it. And let's switch legs, guys. If you want to adjust the ball, you can move it lower. You never want it to be on the knee, but you can have it just above. You can pull it up higher towards your hip flexors. If you feel that you need that, that feels good too. It's a great one to do for runners, for cyclists, bar method, fans, all that lovely firework. Rest for both feet down. And then just reach your arms, your forearms out down on the floor. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, you're just going to do a little cobra. So just lift your chest up. You're going to feel that your legs push back and you get a little massage on the front of your thighs. And lower back down. Breathe in. And exhale, push up again. And lower back down. All right, take those balls out. And you're gonna come down and lie on your balls again, but you will need your strap or your leggings or tights this time, just to open up all the muscles around your hips, your psoas, your iliacus. This is gonna be great for this. So take your balls and place them back underneath your pelvis, right in your juicy part of your bum. And then take your strap and you're gonna loop it over one foot. You keep your leg bent to start off with. Your other leg is bent and your foot is flat on the floor. And then just very gently do little circles with your leg. When you're breathing. So you're just creating some movement, some flexibility in that hip socket. And you can keep your leg bent for as long as you want to. Or if you want to, you can start to straighten it. Maybe do your circles going the other way. You can maybe start to go a little bit bigger now. Never push it, just listen to your body. With those prickle balls, you're going to feel them as your leg moves. You're going to feel that compression in your seat muscles, and that's going to release all around your glutes, your quadratus femoris, your glute maximus, your medius, and of course everything around your hips. And then just bring your legs straight up, and as you breathe, cross your leg over the line of your body, and then take it up through center and out to the side. So almost like windscreen wipers. You can go at your own pace. Just go to your limit, yeah? Doesn't have to be out wide. Just get that feeling of mobility. Allow your back to stay loose and you're breathing. Do one more of these. And then bring your leg back over across the line of your body and just kind of cross your legs, like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. You can keep that strap there for now. And very carefully, think about pushing your hips to the left. You may need to adjust your prickle ball, over to one side, whichever side you're on. So your legs cross, that tiny little twist. So avoid going all the way over. It's just moving on a diagonal slightly. You're going to feel the ball move and reach different areas of your back, of your glutes, your pelvis. So gently rocking backwards and forwards. It's tiny. Don't think about getting your knees on the floor. This isn't yoga. It's just rocking slightly to the side. And if you'd like to get a deeper stretch in your fascia all up through your body as well, you could take your opposite arm out to the side, or even reach it up to a diagonal and look that way if it feels good for you. And yes, the direction you're going, the opposite side, your bum is going to come off that ball. So don't worry about that ball right now. It's not doing anything. Getting a beautiful release in your pelvis. And come back to center. You just have to adjust your balls because they move around a little bit. And then you are swapping legs. So put your other foot in the strap. Keep your leg bent to start off with, and you're starting with those little circles. You can take the strap with one hand if you want to. You know, you do whatever feels right for you. And when it feels okay, you can make the circles bigger. If it suits you to straighten your leg, you go for it. then bring your leg up, and we're going to do our windscreen wipers again. So over the center line of your body, and out to the side. Over the line of your body, out to the side. You're breathing. Allow that movement in your back. Keep it loosey-goosey. If your head follows with your movement, that's cool. And on this next one, stay over the line of your body. You can lose that strap now if you want to. Cross your legs. And then just slightly lowering out on a diagonal. Little rock backwards and forwards. To deepen the stretch, you can reach your opposite arm out to the side or up on a diagonal and look up towards that hand if it feels good. If it doesn't, you don't need to do it. It's all good. Breathing, breathing. And then you're slowly coming back to center and taking those balls out. And now we're going to work on some cranial release. So releasing all down the back of your head and your neck. Now, if you're a little sweaty like I am, or you have silky hair, the balls can slip around. So it's nice to use your strap just to kind of wrap around your balls, and then they don't go out of place. And you will be placing these balls right behind the back of your head, right here. So lie down and place your balls back there. Just breathe and relax. You feel your chin drop down slightly towards your chest. So you're getting a nice release in the back of your head and your neck. Really focus on your breath here. I think these are my favorite positions. It's such a lovely release for your head, your neck, your shoulders, your traps. And then draw those balls down. So they're coming to your occiput, right where your skull meets your neck. So up nice and tight. If you've ever had a massage, you'll feel sometimes they'll cradle your head and place their fingers right up in there. It's like my favorite. I love it. And again, your chin is pointing down towards your chest. Breathe here. These next little exercises are so amazing if you are sitting at a desk and working, if you're scrolling on your phone, if you're in the car driving a lot. This is just going to feel so amazing to release all of this. And now you're going to lower those balls more so they come into your axis, right into the middle of your neck. And as you rest down, you'll feel your head position change. So your head will tilt back. And this is going to release your text neck, you know, all that texting. This is just going to like, woo, magic it all away. And you're breathing. Relax your face. And then move your balls a little lower so they come right at the top of where your neck meets your shoulders, right? Your upper trap muscles. Oh, and this is like a real problematic area for many people. It certainly is for me. I love this. It feels so amazing afterwards. Allow your chest is going to lift up a little bit. Allow it. Avoid trying to push your back down. Just Let everything go. Relax into it. Surrender to it. Getting right into those, any trigger points that you might have where your muscles like tense up, you get those little inflamed areas. And this is going to help to release any of that. Breathe into it. And then you can move those balls down even lower traps. Here's where your chest will lift up a little bit higher. You can always scoot your body back. I kind of scoot back with my bum just to find the right position. Woo! Yeah, that's always like a doozy, that one. So all of this compression, you're rehydrating your fascia and creating movement. So you're making it more fluid again, so it releases. So your muscles have a lot more movement as well. You know that we don't actually use our muscles to their full potential. It's our fascia that does most of the work. It takes most of the force, it carries the heavy weight. So this is why it's so important to take care of it and release it. And then just carefully take those balls out. I'm going to unwrap them from my strap. I'm going to put them out wide on your shoulders. So think right just below the scapula, out wide. It'll feel a little weird to start off with, that's okay. Your chest is lifted up, okay? Just allow your head, your neck to do what it will. And just rest here, breathe. Carry a lot of tension in our outer area of our shoulders, yeah? And if you wanted to, you could move your arms. You could take them out wide. Arms don't have to come down to the floor if you're not flexible, okay? Just take them out to the side. Bring them in for a hug. Breathe with it. Inhale, open. Exhale. Draw them in. You're going to feel those balls kind of move around on your back. Yes, that's kind of loosening everything up. Let's do one more. And then take those balls out. Just using one ball now. You're staying lying down. And place that ball underneath your sacrum. Avoid going to your coccyx bone, not your tailbone, just a little bit higher, right at the base, yep, of your back. And just breathe here. This is a wonderful way to release your parasympathetic system, okay? Some people, it can be quite emotional. They're having a pretty tough time. You can feel a little bit weepy. And you do have an option here if you would like to. Exhale, keep your leg bent, but lift one foot off the floor. And then if you'd like to join it with your other leg, you can. And bring those knees in a little closer to you. So avoid having them at 90 degrees. That's a strain on your back. Bring them in closer so you release your lower back area. And just breathe. You're swaying around, don't worry about it. And then lower one foot down. And then the other foot. Take that ball out. And then if you want to, you can do a little bridge. Just place your feet down, tilt your pelvis towards your rib cage. Lift just your glutes and your hips up a little bit. And slowly lower back down. And carefully roll to one side. You're going to come to a child's pose. So just flip on over gently. Sit back on your heels. You can extend your arms out long. Widen your legs too if that feels good for you. Breathing. And then taking your time, carefully come onto all fours, curl your toes under. You're coming to a downward dog position. If you wanted to pump your heels up and down, you can. Hopefully you're feeling nice and loose all down your body now. And then walk your hands and feet together. Soften your knees. And taking your time, roll up slowly, really slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And the last thing to do in trigger point Pilates is to massage your feet. So take your ball. If you need to hold on to something, you can. And then just rub your feet on your ball. So good. Give it a good rub. All the way, toes, right to the back, to your heel. Awesome. Just release that foot down and feel the difference between sides. It feel good? Hope so. All right, rub the other foot. Toes, middle of the foot, back to the heel. All right. Now, stand here and flex your toes off the floor. You see how my toes are up? And then soften your knees and slowly roll all the way down. Keep your toes pointing up towards the sky. Just creating length all down the back of your body. Allow yourself to hang right to just where it feels right for you. And then slowly come all the way up. Keep your toes pointing up towards the sky if you can. And then allow your toes to come down. You're going to lift your heels now. Coming into a releve. Really reach up tall, pull up through your body. And lower your heels down. And then you can just kind of like pat your body. Just pat, 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 just to kind of get all that energy coming back up again. There you go. That is a sample of a little mini trigger point Pilates class. So there you go. I'm going to bring you into the sunlight here.